so we've got the motor dropped. We're going to get this all cleaned up, make this look a little better, add a new coat of lubrication to this portion that goes inside here that you can't really see very well. And then we're going to be dropping this down so I can clean and replace the decal that is on this portion up here. So that'll look nice and new again. Alright, so this entire area right here is pretty damn close to dry as a bone, so we're going to fix that, make it a little more smoother as it's doing its job and less likely to wear and tear on this little device. Now comes the fun part of scraping off this old stuff right here and putting on the new stuff. So this decal that Marco provides, there's like little to no tackiness on the back side of it. Gives me fear that if all the decals are going to be this lack of tackiness on it, it's not very tacky at all. There's no way that's going to stick to this thing and then take pinballs to it repeatedly without just falling the hell off. I'm trying to keep from cursing, but I'm a little upset that this is kind of a poor. It just won't stick to it. So I'm going to have to improvise here, and we're going to see if maybe some double-sided tape will do the job. I'm hoping it's just this one that's like this, because if they're all like that, no, that's not going to work. Then we'll be getting our money back for that. Alright, so with the assistance of double-sided tape over here, and I had to trim it with a razor blade around the edges to make sure we didn't have any loose stuff around the edges, it looks to be holding pretty good. So I think we should be okay, but like I said, I'm hoping that this is just a one-off, because if the rest of the stickers are like this, then that's not going to be good, especially for the ramp. Ugh. So I'm rebuilding the pop bumpers, and this was a first time for me, but I was unable to remove the damn rod from the carbon yoke right here. This thing was just Loctited on there or something, so I had to snip them in order to get it off the damn thing. I've never had that happen before, but so I've got all new parts for this, and we're going to get everything all cleaned up by going through the ultrasonic, get all this coil dust all wiped off and everything, and make sure that these pop bumpers are nice and sensitive. And we're gonna get everything all cleaned up on one, and then we'll move on to the next one. But yeah, this will not do. Alright guys, as per usual, mirror finish on my pop bumper rings. I always do this. I want that ball smoothly. I like my pop bumpers popping. We're gonna do orange skirts, orange translucent body, along with all new components with our yokes right here, metal and carbon fiber. I say carbon fiber, it's the fiber yoke. And then this is all cleaned up over here, so now it's a matter of just reassembly. Alright. One popper disassembled, cleaned. Looking a lot better than his brothers, that's for dang sure. These are all nasty. This is the only clean one we got. So, gonna be putting this back up in here, bolting it to the Playfield, getting the GI resoldered, and then move on to the next two. One of these is not like the others, including a flame bulb. So, hopefully that should look pretty good. Alright guys, what I'm about to do, I do not recommend, but it's gonna have to work. It will work. I'm not saying it's the first time I've done this or anything, but these corners broke off. That's why it was loose. And the thing is, you most commonly find these replacements in blue. And I've got yellow, and you're thinking like, oh, what a big deal, you just have one that's blue. No, I'm not doing that. That's not I want them all to be yellow, god damn it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be using super glue. This is gonna be basically our catalyst for essentially welding the plastic pieces back together again to make the structure integrity much stronger than just regular old super glue. So Yeah. Now, like I said, it ain't pretty. But you're not going to see it anyways, because all you need to make sure you see is just basically that outer circle up there. So the welding on here isn't going to be picture perfect, but the structure integrity is all there. Melting the plastic back in there with a little super glue, kind of acts as a weld. Thing is nice and solid again, so yay! Don't have to buy any new ones, and it's good to go. Alright, so all 3 pop bumpers have been cleaned, rebuilt. Look a hell of a lot better than what they used to. This no longer has any kind of movement and drooping down or anything like it did before. Beautiful. Alright, so here we have the new power supply, the new hotness that's going to be going into this machine. And then this thing should be much more reliable. Looks pretty sexy. Nice and clean, front and back. Reassembly has begun. We're starting with this corner over here with the museum. We've got the door installed, and now we've got new rubbers and new posts. These are pretty dang cheap, guys. Even on a budget, I still recommend buying all new. You can clean the old ones I used to, but it's just easier and just to buy new. So I'm going with orange, yellow, and clear. I usually do all clear, but I'm going to do a combination of all of these. I think I'm going to do more clear down near the flipper so you've got more light. But up here, where there's going to be like fire and stuff like that, with all the explosions going on, I'm going to be doing the orange and yellow motif going on up there. So, yeah, and we're swapping out with LEDs along the way. So, that's where we're at, and just one Ziploc bag at a time. Alright, giving a Playfield update on the install right here. Pretty much just got this portion right here assembled, around the flipper area both sides, and on this side right here assembled. Yep. That's what we're working on right now. So I've got clear going right here, and I've got clear going over here on the posts, but as we go further up I've got a yellow, and basically it's going to be kind of like a fade to the orange. So you're going to have white that's going to be down here, and then further up in the middle of the playfield it's going to go yellow post, and then up here it's going to be orange. So in my head it looks like it's going to be okay, but I guess we'll find out eventually. Playfield update. We're up to right here getting the slingshots all put together. This side's put together, and this is something that you guys need to, I mean, Titan Pinball, they warn you that when you select a certain kit, that it may not be everything that you're going to need for that particular kit. That's why they have a review system for you to leave reviews and say that you're missing this or whatever and stuff like that. So I took a chance and ordered just an all-black kit that someone put together, and evidently it did not have these rubbers right here in that particular kit. So I'm having to pull from my stock on a lot of things to make it work. And I decided to go with yellow right here, and I don't really know yet, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, that's the colors that I think this game should have, is like a yellow and black theme, obviously, because, you know, yellow and black. So that's where we're at, and we're about to start working on this area up here now. Alright, here is where we are at. Playfield is pretty much assembled. We just got a couple of more large objects to go, and that is, of course, the Mac Daddy ramp that spirals all the way around to here, and the Bat Cave entrance right here. That's the last piece of this puzzle. For now, we need to take this ramp and get it all re-decaled and everything. And then we'll put this thing back on the game. Alright guys, so if I've never said this before, I'm going to say it again, which I know I have. And that is to take plenty of pictures before you go disassembling things. I evidently didn't take any pictures of this ramp before I took it all apart. So this took a lot longer than I would have liked to have taken, because I had to go surfing the web to find images, go through my previous video recordings to figure out how to reassemble these things, make sure I put the decals in the correct orientation and where they're supposed to go. But everything's back together. Upgraded the LED. These are all sunlights, or warm white, I think they're sunlights. So we're all back together again, ready to be installed, but I'm going to go about reinforcing this entryway right here before I go and do that. But everything on this ramp should be good to go.